Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Fart here. Today we're going to be looking at posing for animators, but just before we get into that, I just want to say a big thank you. I've just hit the 100 subs on the channel, which basically says to me you guys really like what you're seeing, which is really helpful and just basically tells me that, keep doing what I'm doing because you guys tells me you guys like the content, which is always great, and I appreciate the love and support. So let's get into today's video. Today's video is going to be basically on posing, cartoony posing, because I had a request to do that. So basically, I'll do one pose in Maya, and that will be taking this character here, really cool, cute character, and yeah, just get rid of this, and basically just doing one super cartoony pose just to show you how you can get really appealing poses from how I go about tackling that. Cool. So just before I get started, this is the website that I went to, Animation Methods. They've got loads of rigs. I'm again not sponsored by these people, but like they've got loads of paid and unpaid rigs. But that's where I went to grab the Mr. Buttons rig. And then when you click on this over here, you go into this page and you can download this character. So yeah, go there if you like the rig, if you like what I'm doing with the rig, and yeah, just show some support. Cool, let's go into the shot itself. So I don't really have an idea planned because I want it to be quite spontaneous, just so you can see me figuring these out. But I want it to be quite Hotel Transylvania kind of pose. And let's see, should we get him scared, excited? Let's go super scared. Yeah, Hotel T, kind of like super scared. So this is my camera angle, and this is where I'll be posing him. So first of all, I want him to be slightly side on, looking away from us. That way I can get a, let me show you. I think it's always easier to just like do a quick sketch just to get my like ideas down on paper. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay, so that's my character there, and let's change the color of this so it's a bit more clear. Let's do red. I am thinking something like this, like maybe like that, or maybe he's so scared he puts his hands back and then the legs go forward. Mm. Or yeah, then maybe the mouth is open, the tongue sticks out, the eyes are bulging out as well. Or like we can have one leg up, one leg down. Cool, let's go for it. Kind of have an idea of what I want now. Cool, let's turn him side on. Let's move these legs as well. Because it's going to be one pose and they're going to be following what the body's doing, I will put the legs in FK. Normally, I would not have the legs in FK. I would just have them in IK. But for this specific um, pose that I'm going to be doing, I just want the legs to be in FK because I'm just doing one pose just to show you guys. So I don't want to keep moving the legs every time I move the body. Like I don't want to do this and then move the legs all the time. Cool. So we have our character here. So I always use the body mover, which is this guy here that moves the whole body for the general direction of where the body is. Let's do this. I want to get like this nice silhouette, this line going across the screen. Let's pull this up. Let's maybe pull down a bit more. And now I can start to play around with this, like the body, get the body. Where is this control? So I always click the buttons and check over here. Is it the head or is it the neck? So that's the head controller. But it's the head controller for the half of the head, but the actual head controller is here from the neck. That's probably what we want. And I would probably like to rotate him a bit more screen right because we're losing some of that. Well, I want to get a longer line of the body just to show that. And Also, I want to straighten this guy if I can. You want to feel like it's super stiff and that stiffness is going throughout the body. Maybe I'll straighten this a little bit. You can see as I'm doing it, I'm trying to find stuff that works and doesn't work. And now let's grab the shoulders or like the arm. Start pushing this guy there. And what I'll do is I'll favor the head more towards the camera, looking towards us like this. Like, so we can see his face when he's screaming or shouting. Mm. Let's move this one here. Let's push this hand out. And usually when you're doing something super cartoony, usually on this side that you can't see the hand, you can cheat. I don't want to say cheat, but like feel free to push. That is the correct word to use. And when you are like doing stuff like this, guys, when it's cartoony stuff, it's always a case of you're posing, but it feels more like you're sculpting. You're sculpting poses that, like, for example, if I have this leg here, that's great, but the leg in the back I'm going to lose, which means I want to pull this leg down to make room for the other leg to be visibly more clear. There, that's cool. And this leg, I will probably cheat a little bit, just so you'll see. Like, if you look at this camera view here, what I'm trying to achieve is this. Nope, that. See how I'm like getting that leg in there, but I don't like the bend. It just makes it feel soft. Let's pull this up a bit. That's a bit better there as well. I'm not too happy with this little section here. I think we can still push that more, but like we're getting there step by step. I do want to keep this video a little bit short. I don't want it to keep like I want to keep it around the 10-minute mark. Even though like doing a cartoony pose takes a bit more time compared to other stuff, like other poses where it's realistic, because you're really just sculpting stuff right. However, I want to keep this video quick as possible, just getting to the point. That's the thing with me, guys. I don't want to like spend time. Maybe in the future I'll do that, where I spend time, like some cool YouTube videos you see where they have some camera stuff, things that pop in and out. But I just want to get straight to like the juicy stuff and show you guys how things are done, rather than, oh, you can do this and that and take forever. I noticed that I used to fall asleep when I used to watch those kind of videos, but I'll have better productions for you guys hopefully in the future. But for now, I just want to get straight into it and show you guys how it's done. So now I'm just trying to get some nice shapes on the fingers. I'm constantly looking here. How can I make that a bit more appealing? How can I push that? Like the shot that I did on the Kung Fu body mechanics masterclass, that is closer to realistic stuff. Because one, I'm working off the reference, and two, I'm trying to get the mechanics down correctly. Whereas in cartoony stuff, we can push that and break boundaries a little bit more, which is fun. But you still need to kind of like shape it back into, you still need to have a decent level of mechanics again to, make your shot feel like it's grounded with weight. Because if you just have super cartoony stuff with no weight, yeah, we don't want that. Cool. So I'm kind of like, okay, those fingers look not so bad. Those legs, okay, yeah, all right. Well, I'm not super satisfied, which is a good thing to me in my eyes, which means I need to keep pushing. That's what it's telling me. Okay, let's see if we move this. No, let's not do that. Let's see if we move this. These are the IK chest controllers, which I can just nudge a little bit. See, I'm trying to get that curve across the body. So if that's the case, then let me just try to rotate this head back a little bit more. Let's get the neck involved as well. Okay, so look, let's pull the neck and then rotate the head forward. And then, you know what? Let's save this, guys, because if it crashes, we'll cry on camera. Let's do Cartoony Pose. We don't need to do version 1, 2, 3 because it's just one pose that we're doing. And you can actually just try this as well while, you know, maybe I should have said this in the beginning, but you can potentially even try this while I'm doing it as well. So let's open his mouth. I'm kind of starting to get a feel for this. So if he's like, think of it this way, the whole face is a squash, like think of the whole body as a bouncing ball, and you want to apply that squash and stretch. So, you know, when you're really angry, you want to go for an anticipation, you're doing, see how the like top of your head and your mouth just closes in. And then when you get really excited or you're really shocked, see how your eyebrows go up, your eyelids open up, and your mouth just drops. So your face just like closes in and opens up, just like a bouncing ball, which, you know, that's a good thing because it just means, okay, I've got a surprised pose. So let me open the face up. That gives you room to make, just push everything you have really. So, okay, raise the eyebrows, raise these guys a bit more. There. See how I'm kind of starting to lose that eye? That tells me, okay, cool, Fatih. Let's just not cheat, but let's be a bit more of a director and favor him a bit more towards this way. There we go. So I can see the eyes a little bit more. And this guy here, the head, let's see what we can do. Boing. Pull that up. Pull it back. Yep. And we can now save again. You can never save enough. Let me see if I can. Okay. See how there's a curve doing that? I want to see if I can pull this up. There. I just like the fact that this curve, and this is very like subjective. It's not, this is the right way to do it. It's completely to do with like, there are some things where it's the right way to do it, but in this case, it's more of a, it's more to do with, I want it to feel grounded and I want to get nice shapes, but I'm picking the kind of shapes that I want to add in there that works. So